We are at the Crandon Park Tennis Centre, where after an overnight rainfall, it's hot and humid on Key Biscayne. Stunning scenery here, 5 miles off the mainland in Miami. 4 of the world's top 10 players were in action on Saturday for the conclusion of the second round at the Sony Open Tennis. The headline act was in the night session. World number 1 Rafael Nadal's return to Miami after 2 years. The Spaniard up against former world number 1 Leighton Hewitt, fresh from the Australian, joining the 600 club of ATP victories. Hewitt has beaten Nadal 4 times, but not for 8 years, and there were few signs in the opening set that the Aussie would be upsetting the form book in Miami.
Now he got him.
There were signs of life from the world number 44 in the second set.
Almost made it.
But it couldn't prevent the Spaniard's relentless charge to the third round.
So the match lit up. That was just a comprehensive win for Rafael Nadal. 2 sets to love, 6-1, 6-3, 6-3.
Earlier on Stadium Court, Stan Wawrinka wrapped up a completely one-sided opening set against Daniel Jimeno Treva in just 16 minutes.
Wawrinka has been just perfect.
With the Australian Open champion perhaps feeling he was already on his way back to the locker room, 23 unforced errors in set 2 then provided the Spanish world number 99 a route back into the contest.
So casual on the volley.
The loss of set 2 though simply spurred the Swiss star back into action.
Too hot to handle for the Spaniard. As Wawrinka returns to winning ways with a 6-love, 3-6, 6-3 win over Daniel Jimeno Treva to move on to the third round.
I'm really happy the way I started the third set. It was important to come back strong, to move well again, to play aggressive, to push him, and it was important to get the break early, and I think then was okay. I'm happy to win. That's the most important first one here.
Stéphane Robert defeated Thomas Berdych the previous time they met at Roland Garros 3 years ago, and the world number 7 was under pressure again in their second meeting on the ATP Tour.
It's a line-licking forehand.
A break each in the keenly contested opening set, Berdych's big match experience proved the difference in the tiebreak that followed.
It's a set of tennis that the Frenchman will feel he should have won.
The Czech powerhouse cranked up the intensity in the second stanza, and there was no way back for the world number 90.
And the number 7 seed, Thomas Berdych, arrives in the third round with a 7-6, 6-1 win over Stéphane Robert of France.
There was an all-American clash to savour between world number 10 John Isner and his compatriot Donald Young, and it was the big man producing the big shots early on.
Wow.
Young, though, showed admirable resolve to recover going a break behind. In the tiebreak, he made his third set point count.
Donald Young comes from a breakdown, wins the opening set.
It was the first set the 24-year-old Chicagoan had taken from Isner in 3 meetings, but the US number 1 was not going to let him take a second.
He's taking some frustration out on this forehand.
A solitary break of serve in the decider was enough for Isner to see off his plucky countryman.
That'll do nicely. So Isner wins the battle of the All-Americans. Eddie's happy.
Next for Isner will be 18th seed Nico Almagro after the Spaniard defeated another local star, Sam Querrey, in straight sets. And there was to be more frustration for the American contingent. Jack Sock succumbed to Milos Raonic in 2 in a USA versus Canada tie, while Ryan Harrison put in a good account of himself against Germany's Benjamin Becker, only to fade in the final set tiebreak. 7-5, 3-6, 7-6, the final score there. So the opening shots have been fired on Key Biscayne as Miami lives up to its party town reputation over on a South Beach Saturday night. Back at the Sony Open Tennis come Sunday morning, it's time for the third round to get underway.